report.
Okay. Coach, there's a story in the paper today, my story, that has players leveling some criticisms of you and some of the decisions that you've made. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I read this story. You know, we're all disappointed in our season right now, and from the top down, I would say that you know, when you have a season like this, and when you have to make decisions that you always should do for the betterment of the football team, not everybody's going to agree with those decisions. That's the nature of the job that we're in, but I think anybody that's been around me, including yourself, would understand that I've always done things for the betterment of this football club, and not to inure to my individual benefit. I've never done that.
Would you say you stepping down as a head coach would be an example of that? That was.
Well, of course it would. I brought June in. I asked June to be the head coach. I asked Philip to be the defensive coordinator in an effort to turn it around and to win. And there's no bigger supporter of those guys and those decisions than the guy that made the decision to do that. Of course we wanted to be successful. I've been very, very committed to this organization for a very long time, and those on the inside that have worked with me, I think, will attest to that.
Do you know when you might make a decision on what you're going to do coaching-wise? Or have you made it now? We'll
talk about that at the right time, but certainly that's in process right now, and June's done an unbelievable job and did the job that we felt like he would do, but we're working through that over the next 2 to 3, 4 weeks.
I suppose this would be something that you wouldn't care to share, but is there any reason not to bring June back?
I'm not sure I understand the question. You mean based on his performance?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Oh, no. June's been great. I have a great relationship with June. You know, we meet every week, multiple times a week, and got a very strong working relationship with him. He's a really good man. He's a really good coach. He came in a very tough situation and did a great job. And you know, his performance and how he handled things speaks for itself.
Is your plan to continue to be here next year and in the future?
That is my plan. I love it here. I love who I work for. I love this organization. Love the people that we've assembled on both sides of the organization, and have very strong relationships. I've always said the people you work for are the most important thing. That should drive, at least for me anyway, it drives a lot of my decision making. I want to work for really good guys that want to win and are committed and are good people and are doing it the right way. And we have that here.
Have you spoken to Scott about your future at all? Has there been any discussion?
Of course I have, yeah, multiple times, yeah. I have a very strong relationship with Scott. We have a phenomenal relationship, and we're very honest with each other, and you know, we communicate almost every day.
Kent, have you got a timetable about when you start making personnel decisions? Most definitely at the quarterback.
Yes, we've met the last couple of weeks. Had a very long meeting a few days ago, over 3 hours with personnel guys. I had a meeting this morning with June at length, and which extended into a personnel meeting with the personnel guys with June that I just got out of actually to come down here. And so all that's being shaped right now, you know, from free agents to current roster guys and then free agents around the league as well.
When you had that 1-game ban last year and then you came back, you talked about it was kind of painful to be up in the booth and not on the sidelines. Yeah. Now that this experience has gone through, was it harder for you not to be hands-on with the team?
No, I understand what you're asking, and you know, I was asked specifically about his coaching. Of course, when you've been in it for so long and then you immediately get removed from it, you're going to miss it. But I made the decision for the right reasons, and I made the decision for what I felt like was absolutely the best thing for this organization, period. And so I want this organization to be successful. We want this organization to be successful. That's why we're here. That's why I committed to this organization. So it's completely ludicrous to think that I wouldn't be 100% behind the success of the organization, especially when it would have a direct impact on my coaching career.
Are you done coaching?
Right now I am. I mean, I love my job.
Yeah.
I do. I love the people that I work for. I've said that, you know, and again, those that have been here and been around me would know that.
But everywhere you've gone, you've been a coach
Yeah.
in addition to all these things. Now you're You're an
But
executive.
but
Are
we
you good
can,
with that?
I get the question,
Yeah.
you know, but, you know, things in life have a way of working out, sometimes the way you thought, and a lot of times the way you didn't think. I've learned, that, you know, your path sometimes can take a different direction, and that can actually be a positive, and a real benefit, for your career and for yourself personally, and I'm really happy here, and like I said, I really like the guys. I think we've got a good football team, and we're focused on winning the Grey Cup next year, which I believe we can.
Have you had any discussions with anyone about jobs elsewhere?
No, I have not.
What do you make of the development of Jeremiah Masoli and Brandon Banks this season?
Yeah, two guys that I'm very close with. Actually, it's funny, Brandon texted me this morning. And I was really glad to see his success, and Jeremiah and me a phenomenal relationship as well. And they're both guys that, when they get on the football field, their teammates know that they want to win. They're going to do what they need to do to win, be prepared, and to play their best football. So happy for both those guys, happy for us, and happy for them. That's what you want to see out of your players.
What kind of, can you give us any indication where you're leaning quarterback-wise? I mean, it's a situation, I think. One guy hasn't played.
Yeah, and
he's
there's a lot
under
of factors. I mean, that because both Soli and Golson are free agents.
Right.
So there's a lot of different scenarios that can play out, and right now we feel like we have two really good quarterbacks. I said that, you know, during the football season when Jeremiah was given the starter's role, that you know, sometimes quarterbacks go through. I certainly did as a quarterback, go through ups and downs. It doesn't mean you can't play the game, and I think Zach's an outstanding quarterback, and we've got two good ones that we feel like we can win with.
Ken, I know that the article today had to be hurtful personally. Is there something though that moving forward, I don't want to say can be learned from it, but that can impact, say, how you do business or anything? Is there anything there?
I'm going to stay true to my character and my integrity, and how I treat other people, and to treat them fairly, and to always do what's best for the collective. Always. I've never made a decision that when it wasn't wrapped in that as the #1 priority. That won't ever change. Are you going to please everybody, you know, in the process? Well, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nature of the business. Not everybody's going to be happy with decisions that you make. But as long as I can look at the guys that I work with, which I can, and I think to a person they will tell you that my integrity is intact, and that I will always do what's best for the football team with all of their counsel. You know, these decisions aren't made off in a corner, you know, by myself. I value the guys that work with me. That's why they're on the staff. They have valuable opinions, they have great insight, and we vet all of these decisions very thoroughly before we make them.
Is when you moved upstairs, that's an extra guy up there, and it is upstairs. I guess is there room for sort of two guys that have had? Is there enough work? Is there enough sort of leeway for say you and Eric, both of whom you know have sort of high-level interpretations of what the job is, right?
Well, there's a lot of work. If I gave you my agenda right now and was planning for the off season, I think you'd be shocked. Eric does a great job. Again, I've had a long-standing relationship with him, and I'm focused on getting this team to the Grey Cup and winning it, and structurally how we do that, and any changes that we make, if at all, are being determined at this point.
Kent, if you were a betting man, would Zach be at training camp in June with you guys?
Well, I'm not a betting man.
That's why I preface it.
Yeah, no, I don't bet, yeah.
Has the league given you any indication on the progress of Johnny Manziel?
That's a great question. Yeah, I talked to them, well, I talk to them all the time, but as recently as 4 days ago, I'm still waiting for an update, so I do not have that as a recent update. I'm certainly in contact with his agent quite frequently, and when I have more information, you know, I'll be glad to share it.
Anyone else? Okay, thank